I was watching Parliament on telly, and this is what I wrote about. The passport for freedom. I was watching Parliament on TV, Labour chanting, snarling, baring their teeth, like mad dogs of war. And these people want to run the country, fighting over a bone of power. They don't know what they're doing, or do they? I believe in the Crown, and I believe in England. And if these dogs of war have their own way, we won't have an House of Lords and an House of Parliament, and the Crown will be lost. Our young lads will go into conscription to fight for their causes. We won't be British, we won't be nothing, just fodder for war. What you are seeing is a revolution of Parliament, and as the courts have their say, Whitehall will waste away. We have to leave for our freedom and our safety. The people with the 17 million votes are some of the workers of this country. The ones outside the House of the Parliament may be living from the system, and the Speaker is full of his own importance. There's nothing to do with religion and knifing. This is to do with greed and power. And the life of England as we see it will go. I was watching Parliament on TV. I hope you like the truth, because I feel it is the truth. This one's called My Conscience. My conscience is my lifeline. My presence is what I stand in. I touch and see and feel the thoughts lay in my mind of answers I won't find. Who's looking, who's walking within my thoughts? No open door to look out of. Who am I? I see myself within my mind, running in my functions or thoughts to find. I see myself dead so many times in my mind, I can't really call my name. Who has done this? Who am I to blame? I shout out loud. My shout echoes so many times. Someone's standing in front of a doorway, but that person and that door isn't there. Just a crowd who's looking in. Who's with me in my thoughts? The echo sound of help. I hear voices in my mind of looking. I feel no touch. I have no touch. My conscience is my lifeline. My presence is what I stand in. And I'm all alone in my mind of shadows and thoughts and voices. My conscience is my lifeline. My presence is what I stand in. I hope you enjoyed that one. This one's called When the Trigger is Pulled. It's about our lads. Or anybody else's lads in other countries. When the trigger is pulled, the bullet hits the soldier alone. Who tells his mother and his father and his wife and his child he died alone? And cries and cries and cries. You can walk with the cross, but inside your mind you are lost. The gathering of faces with no smiles. The looking of eyes and words never get by to the people who cry. And cries and cries and cries. War is a strange thing. Love and peace should never mix. The only thing that comes from war is sadness and cries and tears in their eyes. And cries and cries and cries when the trigger is pulled and the bullet hits the soldier alone. Who tells his mother, his father and his wife and his child he died alone? This is something else. The bullet's got a name on it. The soldier at the end of it will cry his last bye-bye. His mother and father will know of it. The flag will be carried high. The grace of God, the cries of cries. Another soldier dies. I look up to the light of the night, the man in the moon so bright. The man in the moon came down in a white balloon with so much on his mind to tell. He told me the day the earth went cold and the dinosaurs went to hell. It was all for the best, he said with a smile, and looked in my eyes and said, the cavemen had thought and they learned how to talk, and evolution was on its way. He told me of gods, history and gods. He told me of war, hunger and war. He told me of Adolf Hitler too. He told me a story so true, of a blonde boy who's robbed by the hands of a queen, who still holds the secret to this day. I look up to the light of the night, the man in the moon so bright. I hope he comes down to tell me some more. The man in the moon of light. Cheerio.